History does not remember blood. It remembers names.
Game of Thrones ended over 3 years ago, and fans have been eagerly awaiting some sort of spin-off series ever since the polarizing finale. House of the Dragon, a prequel to Game of Thrones, doesn't premiere on HBO until later this month. But there's already a lot we know about this highly anticipated series.
Men would sooner put the realm to the torch than see a woman ascend the Iron Throne.
Welcome to The Rewind. Today we'll be going over everything we know about House of the Dragon. Before we begin, make sure to give this video a like and hit the subscribe button for good luck. Number 5. Time period.
Being a history of the War of Targaryen succession between the Princess Rhaenyra and Aegon, second of his name, that nearly destroyed the realm.
Well, the Targaryens landed on Dragonstone more than 4 centuries before the events of Game of Thrones. This prequel series will take place somewhere in the middle, 200 years after the Targaryens fled Valyria, and 200 years before the events of Game of Thrones. At this point, the Targaryens have ruled Westeros for nearly a century and are currently under the rule of King Viserys I.
And I placed my heir upon the Iron Throne, and all the dragons roared as one.
Number 4. The premise.
The old king had forced the lords of Westeros to swear fealty to Princess Rhaenyra as his heir. But Sir Criston Cole rightly pointed out that a son comes before a daughter.
The series pulls from 3 of George R.R. Martin's published works, 2 anthologies entitled Dangerous Women and Rogues, as well as the novel Fire and Blood. It seems like the main plot of House of the Dragon will be pulled from Dangerous Women, which tells the story of the Dance of the Dragons, a turbulent period for House Targaryen where internal conflicts ensue, causing many to go against each other. Whether it's sibling against sibling or dragon against dragon, much like Game of Thrones, the point of contention boils down to who should sit on the Iron Throne. On the other hand, Rogues is the story of Daemon Targaryen, while Fire and Blood encompasses the entire Targaryen family history.
During the Great Targaryen Civil War, known as the Dance of the Dragons, a king and queen each vied for the throne, dividing their house and its dragons against each other.
Number 3. Main characters.
Promise to be faithful to King Viserys and to his named heir,
Princess Rhaenyra.
Rhaenyra Targaryen.
Given that House of the Dragon is set to take place long before Game of Thrones, there's an entirely new cast of characters for fans to learn. On the onset of the series, Viserys Targaryen is king. He was chosen by the Lords of Westeros to succeed the old king. He's a warm, kind, and decent man who only wishes to carry forward his grandfather's legacy. Viserys' second wife, Alicent Hightower, is the daughter of Otto Hightower, the Hand of the King, and is known for her beauty. Her father is faithful to both his king and his realm. As he sees it, the main threat to the realm is the king's brother, Daemon Targaryen, and his position as heir to the throne. Daemon is a peerless warrior as well as a dragon rider who possesses the true blood of the dragon. Princess Rhaenyra Targaryen is Viserys' firstborn child, a dragon rider, and of pure Valyrian blood. When she was 8 years old, Rhaenyra was named heir to the throne and grew up believing that she would be queen of Westeros one day. But when her father dies, her half-brother Aegon II challenges her right to the throne, kicking off the civil war that's set to be the main focus of House of the Dragon. Corlys, otherwise known as the Sea Snake, is the most famous naughty Cal adventurer in the history of Westeros. Finally, we have Mysaria, someone who came to Westeros with nothing and rose to be the most trusted and most unlikely ally of Daemon.
We play an ugly game. You have the determination to win it.
Number 2. Key locations.
The biggest sets I've ever been on, the biggest locations I've ever been on, the biggest crews I've ever seen. It's staggering.
Much of the drama takes place in King's Landing and Dragonstone, but most of the fighting and bloodshed will happen in the Riverlands. Each location has its own significance within the series. King's Landing is the capital of Westeros, Dragonstone is House Targaryen's family home, while Driftmark is the home of House Velaryon. Dorne is the southernmost kingdom of Westeros, which isn't under Targaryen rule during the Dance of the Dragons. While the Civil War is going on, Old Town is used to keep the Targaryen riches safe, and Lys is one of the free cities of Essos, which also happens to be known for its brothels.
George's work really is a truly immersive world. There's unexplored deep recesses and thousands of years of history.
And number 1, Overarching Conflict.
War is afoot.
Do you think the realm will ever accept me as their queen?
A woman would not inherit the Iron Throne, because that is the order of things.
The Targaryen Civil War was a conflict over primogeniture, a system of inheritance by a firstborn child, often the firstborn son. The first child will inherit not only the castle, but also the lands of their father over any other sibling, regardless of their aptitude for governance. Targaryens tend to follow primogeniture, though there have been exceptions in the past. This series is set to recount battles between siblings, spouses, offspring, loyal followers, and most viciously, the Targaryen dragons.
Now they see you as you are.
What do you think of our list? Before you leave, don't forget to give this video a like and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Check out these other videos from The Rewind, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss another video again.